Hello again, I am Blunty here at E3 2018 at the Lenovo booth because I'm here with the Lenovo Legion. Behind me right there is my favorite of their new products they've launched at E3 here, but it's not the only. They've launched a couple of different laptops, a couple of different desktops, 4 different desktops actually, 2 different flavors of desktop, a little mini ITX Cube thing which is awesome. My second favorite product I think they've launched, and also a full tower, and both those come in a couple of different flavors, and the laptops come in a couple of different flavors, but this one here, right here is my personal favorite.
Now, of course, I'm here at E3 sponsored by Lenovo Legion, so if you feel like you need to take all of this with a grain of salt, please do so. But I feel like the regulars around these here parts know that I never BS about a product, even when sponsored. But I am going to tell you right up front, I genuinely like these products and their design philosophy. These are gaming laptops and gaming desktops for people whose lives aren't exclusively all about gaming. They're elegant, clean, sleek, professional and crispy looking, so they don't outwardly scream about their gaming prowess with their external design. So unlike some gaming brands, they don't call attention to themselves as hardcore, edgy and, let's be frank, a little bit childish when on the conference table or in a meeting or even on your living room coffee table. And that's kind of the point.
I mean, speaking of the design philosophy, their slogan says everything you need to know about the way these things are designed. Legion, stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. And that says it all. I mean, that's what a marketing slogan is supposed to do, really, sort of sum something up in a snappy, easy to remember way, but, you know, just to drive the point home for you guys. That is exactly what I love about this new gear. It is stylish on the outside, savage on the inside. I mean, it's not the most extreme gamer rig that you can possibly get off the shelf, but it's not supposed to be. These are supposed to be accessible, easy, rigs for people who aren't hardcore gamers, but who love gaming, who are passionate about gaming, but, they don't necessarily want to buy a gamer rig. This is the jack of all trades. This is a do-it-all. This is have your cake and eat it too.
And while Lenovo Legion as a gaming brand has been around for a little while now, let's be fair, a lot of you probably had no idea Lenovo sold gaming rigs, did you? Certainly a few of the people I spoke to at E3 when I told them why I was there didn't know. So this new line of product is kind of like a relaunch. Same name, new philosophy, and while they used to look like this, pretty common design language for a gaming laptop, right? Now they look like these. And the lineup so far is carved into 3 categories. The T series for the full-size towers, the C series for the cube desktops, a mini ITX based design with dual-chambered airflow, which I really like, and frankly, as far as I'm concerned, the best-looking case from any off-the-shelf ITX based system. And the Y series, whose initial stands for neither laptop or notebook, which is weird considering T for tower and C for cube, but Y for laptops? Why? I don't know. Okay, let's roll with it. The towers are currently spec'd out in 2 models, the T530 and the T730. Both are fairly similar, but the T30 is the beefier one, of course, which also has options for water cooling and overclockable Corsair RAM. It's a similar story for the Cube, 2 models, one with the bigger number is beefed up. Both kinds of desktop models focus on clean airflow designs to keep things quietly cool, and the RGB lights give you the option to bling it up a bit, which is always nice, you know me, I love my RGB, and the integrated handles make life easy for moving them around when needed. I do like that also. Because while we may not move our desktop PCs very often, when we do need to move them, it's just nice to have a handle, right? And of course, off-the-shelf desktops aren't really my own thing. I'm a fairly deep-level tech nerd, and I really enjoy the DIY route. But not everyone has the inclination, or time, or even the will to go through all the effort of selecting parts and building from scratch and everything that comes in between that. Some people just want to buy a thing, pull it out of its box, and get to work and play. So while I am a passionate DIYer, I do of course appreciate having a nice, solid, and considered pre-built rig ready for those people. And the good news is, they've designed these with easy upgrading in mind, so if you do start getting the bug and want to push your system further and faster than how it was born, Lenovo have made that simple for you. The Cube models in particular have a snazzy tool-free case design. You pop the latch, and you're in to jam in more drives, or swap out the graphics card, or crank up the memory. Whatever. But again, as someone who DIYs his desktops, it's the Y series that really catches my eye. And these really sing to me. The flashy, angular, slashed with sharp streaks of red and whatnot design language of common gaming laptops these days is fine. I can appreciate it, sure. But I also have a long history of saying that my favourite design philosophy is always clean lines, subtle elegance, especially when mixed with nice materials. And I think Lenovo has really nailed it here. These laptops feel really nice from edge to edge, especially the metals of the Y730. But that said, even the plastic lid of the Y530 feels much nicer than most plastic laptops do. It has a texture to it that feels just really pleasant. Keyboards feel good too, not quite as tactile as I prefer, but a long way from mushy. They do have a nice soft tactility to them, they're nice and quiet, the keycaps feel solid, nice to type on. I adapted to the feel very quickly, in fact, in a short amount of time fiddling with these on the show floor. The Y730s, which come in 15 and 17-inch screen sizes, have full RGB keyboard backlighting, powered by Corsair's own iQ software, and the Y530 has a frosty white backlight. The keyboards differ in layout a bit by model, numpads and macro columns being the main difference, and I'm told the cooling was of special interest during the designing, using custom blade designs and a system which pulses the fan motors to avoid excess noise and vibrations. It was all impossible to tell on the show floor at E3, of course. It's very noisy there. But once I get hands-on with a production model, I'm told to expect a pleasing experience on the matter of fan noise, even while gaming. Fan noise being the number one thing to worry about with gaming laptops, which are also designed to be slim laptops, as slim means not only easy to carry and slip in and out of a bag and good looking and such, but it means not having big cavities for airflow, or very much space for the fan blades themselves. So cooling design has to be very carefully done on this kind of thing to avoid the classic vacuum cleaner sounding jet takeoff gaming laptop syndrome. The standard screen is a simple 1080p 60Hz number, and there's a 144Hz option too. G-Sync is even an option, which is lovely. Driving the gaming experience is Intel's 8th gen CPUs and Nvidia's GTX 1050 Ti GPUs. And as someone who has a gaming laptop with a GTX 1050 Ti and has had it since they were launched, I find it a nice sweet spot. They tend to run fairly cool and quiet. 1080p 60 gaming is good, and although the instinct may be to desire a 1060 or even a 1070 in a lappy, which, let's be fair, would be really sweet, I do really like the 1050 Ti for keeping things quiet and more budget friendly. And remember, Lenovo are not targeting the hardcore gamer with these. These are designed to slide into the lives of people who do love gaming, but gaming isn't their reason to get up in the morning. And on my side of the fence, who does think about gaming pretty much as soon as he wakes up, I don't need my gaming laptop to carry a higher-end GPU. That's what my monster desktop rig has. So for me, a gaming laptop is a supplementary gaming device for when I'm traveling or when I want to PC game somewhere where my huge desktop isn't. And I need it to do so in a form factor and design that makes it super nice to live with. That's why I love these slim gaming laptops. And that's why I really do appreciate what Lenovo's engineers have done here with the Y530 and Y730. They look great, they feel lovely to touch and to use. They're slim, they're clean, elegant, and balance the hardware at a good point for making sure gaming is unfettered and the price is friendly. Now, I'm going to come back at you, I'm sure, when these things are actually hitting shelves a little later, with pricing and a closer look at the configurations and such, and I will be poking my new Lenovo friends right in between their ribs constantly until they put one in my hands for some proper Blunty-style real-world testing and some proper Blunty-style review breakdown stuff. But from what I've seen so far of the products, I'm pretty confident I'm going to enjoy them. The first impressions from these not quite final engineering sample type demo units they had on show at E3 is certainly very encouraging.
So there you go, a brief overview of the new products that Lenovo have launched here at E3 2018. That again, my favorite back there, the Y730, for many reasons, which I'm going to tell you about in a later video, I'm sure, because that's going to be the top of my list to tap the Lenovo people on the shoulder and say, hey, let's talk about review samples. Let's talk about getting one of these in my hands. Let's talk about priorities when that comes. That's my number one priority. Why don't you drop a comment in the down below area. Let me know which one of these new things that you want me to look at first, because my priorities might be different to your priorities. So are you interested in the top in the laptop, the more sort of accessible laptop, the desktops, the big one, the small ones? What of these products is going to suit you best, and what are you most excited to hear me give a proper full-on review about? In the down below area. So again, thank you very much for Lenovo for bringing me here to E3 2018 as part of the Lenovo Legion. I am genuinely excited to be here, and I am genuinely excited about their new products, which just makes all of us happy, right? I am Blunty. I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Did that in the reverse order. Nearly threw myself off. Usually it's thanks for watching. I forget the way I'm under stress. I need some caffeine. I've forgotten my own outro that I've been doing for years. I forget my intro next. Shall I do my intro at the end? Hello again, I'm Blunty. Everything's going pear-shaped already. It's day one. It's hour one, day one. Everything's going wrong. Panic mode.